Hello Super Herd and welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, and today we're gonna be showing off yet another legendary hat. But before we do, of course, Rux is back in town, and I do at least wanna show off what he has to sell. Now, I'm sure you've heard everybody else be upset and complain about what he is selling. This is yet another month where he has not sold a legendary, not a legendary, but an ability at all. Now, this is also the second Rux in a row where he has not even sold any kind of legendary, I believe. I think that at the beginning of July, he didn't really sell anything too interesting, if I remember correctly. But either way, you can see he just has some classic items, some special items, nothing super crazy. I will talk about it throughout today's video, and we'll probably buy some of these at the end of the episode. If you're excited for that, feel free to stay tuned to the end, but nothing crazy exciting, so I'm not skipping out on you guys. Don't worry about that. There's just not really anything that I think you guys would be too excited for. But let's go ahead and show off our legendary hat for today. It will be a Super Brainz hat, one that we actually just got in a recent spending spree. So we'll go ahead and show that one off, and hopefully you can go check out that spending spree if you haven't already. It is the Hot Beans legendary hat. It's weird because it does, like, if at first glance, I wouldn't have said that this is a legendary hat, so I can't wait to see what its special ability is. Which Super Brainz should we play? Oh, definitely Cosmic Brainz. Cosmic Brainz is almost mastered. He's a lot of fun to play. And actually, it doesn't look too bad for him. I mean, I think it's gonna mix well with every Super Brainz. I can't wait to see its special, like, animation. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started online with some Super Brainz. All right then, so let's get started, man. I can't wait to play some Cosmic Brainz. He's a fun class for as little as I play him, so this is gonna be fun. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the Rux situation while we show off this legendary hat. First, I'll focus on getting a Vanquish. Now, I know a lot of people have talked about it on YouTube, a lot of Garden Warfare 2 YouTubers, which, you know, more power to them, because, you know, if they are unhappy with something, if you are unhappy with something, voice your opinion, let people know your thoughts, because the thoughts will hopefully, you know, be shared, and people will see different opinions, and I'll make everybody smarter at the end of the day. I kicked the wrong direction. I just want to beat up one person before we get into the topic, though. Come on, come on. Oh, not a good start. I want to be super rusty today. I have been playing way more Splatoon than Garden Warfare, and it's just gonna leave me off. Oh, I get a respawn though right away. That's a good start to the day. Thank you, General Supremo player. I appreciate it. So I just want to see this effect. If we could get this effect, I'll be a happy Zebra. Ooh, nope, I'm not gonna be able to get you. But I can turn it around on you. I get just an assist, even if it's a shared Vanquish. Like, that gets the job done. Ooh, I see you. Jade Cactus, ooh, got you. Oh, wait, what does it say? Is it a picture of beans? That's a really weird effect. So a little sign comes out and it's a little picture of beans. I guess it's supposed to be a bit of a taunt because of course beans are a plant, so it's like, haha, I'm cooking you, I guess? I don't know, it's so weird. Okay, so now that we've gotten into that, I figure I can go ahead and talk about the Rux situation. A lot of people posted, you know, topics and rants about the Rux situation. I totally understand that. Like I said, it's totally cool for people to voice their opinions, and I agree for the most part, but I didn't see too many people asking, or at least thinking, why? Why aren't we getting many Rux items? To give you guys an idea of the deficit of Rux abilities at the least, the last time we had a Rux ability was in May. And that was when he sold 3 abilities at once to celebrate PVZ's birthday. And to be honest with you, in 2017, the best month we've had for Garden Warfare was in May for PVZ's birthday. We had so much stuff going on. We had the holiday event that was saving us tons of money because we got really good deals on packs. We were also getting really good treatment through Rux and his abilities. Like, things were going really great. And then of course we got the upgrade, the digital upgrade that got us more stuff. And I think that even there was more PVZ Heroes hats. I think they came out in May, maybe. Yeah, I'm almost positive they came out in May, if not in June. But May was definitely the best month PVZ has seen, or Garden Warfare has seen, in the year of 2017. And then ever since then, things have sort of been going really slow. We've had repeat boss hunts, we've had nothing really crazy from Rux besides PVZ Heroes hats, not even like exclusive legendary hats, no abilities. What's going on? And my thought is this. Now, of course, it's obvious that PopCap is working on some kind of new 3D game from Plants vs. Zombies. Either that be Garden Warfare 3 or anything else. We've talked about it day in and day out, that they have job openings on their website that describe that they are working on a new Plants vs. Zombies game that is a shooter that is set for consoles. That sounds like Garden Warfare 3, but we don't know. We don't work behind the scenes, so we don't know what they're working on. So that's sort of the thing. Why they have like Rux and they have weekly content like the Mystery Portal is because it's supposed to extend the life of Garden Warfare. That was sort of a problem Garden Warfare 1 ran into. They released all the DLCs, but then after all the DLCs released, it sort of was a little bit dead, you know? Like, they didn't release anything more because they were obviously busy working on Garden Warfare 2. So in Garden Warfare 2, they were like, okay, why don't we have a system so that we can release weekly content while we're working on our next game a year or two from now. And that's exactly what they're doing now. With Rux, with the mystery portal, with the monthly boss hunts, with the monthly community challenges, that is all to extend the life of Garden Warfare 2 while they work on whatever other project they're working on. Am I gonna get cut off by the buzzer? Oh, it's overtime. Yeah, I'm gonna get cut off by the buzzer. Okay, we'll continue the conversation in the next round. Okay, time for more Super Brainz action as soon as more players come in. But yeah, that is the point of Rux, all of the monthly and weekly content, is to extend the life of Garden Warfare 2 while they work on other projects. But that's sort of the issue, is that for whatever reason, they've reeled back on that. Now, I don't like to talk about it too much because I don't think it's all, I think it ruins the excitement. But I think most of the community is aware of it at this point, that there are some people who go into the game's files and find different abilities that are available or being worked on in the game's files that aren't available to us. And obviously the idea is that they are to be eventually sold from Rux. And a good example of that is the Bling Maiden, the Iron Maiden that is the golden form. We were actually able to vote between that and the Dark Beam Bomb back in February, I think? Yeah, February. Oh, you don't see me, huh? You don't see me? You still don't see me? I am missing like crazy though, so it doesn't matter. Who can see who if I can't hit you? Okay, I'm definitely not getting this person. I'm getting like the worst luck. Okay, spin, I'm gonna die, Got you though, I got you, that's all I wanted. Oh, hi, Zebra P. Okay, the Zebra P got the win there. Totally cool with that. But there are a lot of, you know, proven abilities in the game that we can't access yet because they're just not officially in the game yet. And that's sort of where I get a little 50-50. Some people are saying like, why aren't they adding these abilities? Well, just because it's in the game's files doesn't mean it's a good ability or that it's finished. Maybe they're adding it into the game's files to test it out on the back end, and it just, you know, it would just take too much development time to remove them, so they don't really bother. So it's just like, just because they're in the game's files doesn't mean they're exactly good abilities that should be added to the game, especially, you know, if they're not being tested, like who knows? So I'm not gonna sit here and assume like, oh, every ability that's in the game's files is going to be added eventually. I think that's sort of a foolish thing to assume. But beyond that, look at this guy. Hey, no, I'm gonna kick it. I missed my kick. Oh, yeah, come on, there you go. That was a little bit of a ring around the rosy there. I might go paying attention to the game today, I'm sorry, but I really wanted to talk about this because a lot of people have been asking for my thoughts on it. So yeah, there are abilities in the game that haven't been released yet, haven't been talked about, all that kind of stuff. Why aren't they being sold by Rux every time Rux shows up? And this is my thoughts. Originally, most of them weren't. I think that their plan was, of course, to have Rux sell in a new ability at least once a month. If he's gonna be showing up twice a month, make him sell a new ability at least once a month. But why they're not is sort of the upsetting part, is that I think that the development of the next PvZ game, whatever it might be, however it might be, is maybe taking longer than they thought. A lot of people expected there to be some kind of Plants vs. Zombies presence at E3 when there was literally none at all, which was a huge surprise. Like, there was no mention of PvZ heroes, Garden Warfare, anything. Plants vs. Zombies just like wasn't existent at E3. A lot of people are hoping that in Gamescom, which is in August, this upcoming month, that we'll see some kind of mention of PvZ. We're not really sure though. And everything beyond that has been silent. You know, we used to have live from PopCap every Friday. That isn't existent anymore. It seems like everything's gone really silent. And I think that's because they've just put a lot of resources into working whatever their next game is. And obviously they're working on a new game. Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that, Zebra P. Oh, hold on. Oh no, I didn't know you were nice, P. That's a surprise. Come on, I'm just gonna punch you out. What were you doing? I'm not really sure. Oh boy, boom. Oh, I got you. This is a pretty good vanquish streak right now. Kick over here. There's too much action happening. Oh, no, I'm not gonna get that torch wood, he's too strong. Okay, so what was I saying? I was saying that, yeah, everything has gone very silent. They have been pushing out PvZ Heroes updates, they've been pushing out some PvZ 2 updates, but nothing major, nothing jaw-dropping besides Galactic Heroes, or Galactic Gardens. So it seems like, why are things so silent? Well, because they don't have anything to announce yet, because they're still working on things that would be worth announcing. And we can see that because some of the job offers that have been put on the PopCap websites were actually pretty recent. I think there was the most recent job offer was like, what, a month ago? And that's sort of the thing, if they're still looking for people to make the game's still not gonna be anywhere near complete. If they need that much more, that they're still looking for people to help them make it, it's a long ways off. And I think that maybe just because there were a number of people who left the PopCap studios and that, you know, it's just, maybe they wanted to try something new. Maybe they did work on Garden Warfare 3 and find that it wasn't as good as they liked, so they're trying new ideas. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I think a lot of people will take the time to assume and say things that aren't true, and they just act like they know it. I don't know why, but I mean, that's up to them. The thing is a lot of people don't understand that game design and developing, it's difficult. A lot of people try to make games and they end up not being very good. It takes a lot of time, resources, money, and expertise. And sometimes you'll try to make a game just as much as you might try to make a painting or a YouTube video or anything and realize, you know what, this isn't as good as I was hoping it would be. Let me take a step back, take some extra time, and try to improve this and maybe make something different out of it. And maybe that's exactly what has happened with the next PvZ game. We honestly don't know, but what we can assume is that the development is taking longer than they thought, because why would they prepare all of these abilities, all this stuff that's in the game files that isn't available yet, other than the fact that one of two things, either they're saving it for the next game, or they needed to stretch out for a really long time because development for the next game is taking longer than they thought it would, so they need to extend the life of Garden Warfare 2 for as long as physically possible. He did not notice me. I will not complain. Oh, let's get you if I can. We are delivering the damage. The damage has been delivered. Oh, hold on. Let me get over there. But that's my sort of rundown thoughts on it. I think the whole situation is that even though it might be sad news, I think that it's just that they're trying to extend the life of Garden Warfare 2 for as long as physically possible by making it so that we have to wait super long for a new ability. Hopefully they don't make us wait until August. Like, I hope that first or second week of Rux, we see another, or first or second week of August, we see another Rux, and that one of them, he has at least one new ability for us. If not, I will definitely be let down. Of course, that's another big reason why I haven't been playing as much Garden Warfare 2, because to be honest, there hasn't been a ton to make videos on. There's usually, like, I've just been sort of catching up with old stuff, showing off legendary hats that came out months ago, all that kind of stuff, and then that's why I'm sort of focusing on other games. Now, I'm not gonna be stopping making Garden Warfare 2 videos anytime soon, of course, that's a given. But it's just, you know, I'm trying to do what people are interested in, and unfortunately, less and less people are interested in Garden Warfare 2 just because the game's not being updated. And I hope that that's an eventual payoff. I hope that whatever they're working on, however long it takes, if it takes another couple months, if it takes another year, if it takes forever, I'll be happily waiting, because I love PopCap and I love, you know, the games they make, and Garden Warfare 1 and 2 are some of my favorite games. So no matter what they make, I'm definitely gonna check it out and support it. But in the meantime, I hope you guys are enjoying some of the other series that I'm doing on the channel, because we're doing a lot of awesome stuff. Either way, let's make a full circle here, start talking about the Legendary Hat a bit. I like it a lot, it's weird, but it's a good weird. It's just so weird because I just wasn't expecting that legendary effect. The lid pops up, a sign comes up, it's just like, hey, we got beans! Anybody want some beans? I'm personally not a fan of baked beans. I mean, I guess beans in general, I'm not really that huge on. They're good for you though. So if you can eat them, go ahead and eat them, because they're good for you. Most plants are good for you. Oh boy. Let's hide over here maybe. I don't know, that was an awful, okay, watch out! Leave me alone, leave me alone! Ah, okay. We're doing okay though, we're actually top vanquisher right now, which is pretty cool. I am a much higher level or rank than everybody else in here for whatever reason. I feel sort of bad now if I'm top vanquisher and I'm like the top rank too. But hey, everybody is doing the best, including me. And there are lots of plants. I feel like, it feels like the plant team is bigger than the zombie team, but that's not the case. I just feel like I'm dealing with more plants and I'm not seeing very many zombies. Let's see. Also this week, there is the Sasquatch boss hunt. Honestly, I'm not really planning on playing it just because I have all the abilities for the Sasquatch and it just ends up getting stressful. Like, I love boss mode, but it's also a very stressful mode, and for something where it's like, I've already won all the things I can win out of it, it's just, it also takes sort of the anticipation off, like, ooh, are we gonna get a new item? Now, one thing they did this month that's weird is that they've already released what they plan on doing in August. Now, I still plan on doing our August 1st event calendar, so I'm not gonna spoil too much about what's going on in August, but it's sort of your typical month. We got the Rux appearances, we got the mystery portals, it's nothing like, whoa, what is that gonna be, you know? So hopefully the mystery portals are fun as they always are. Hopefully we just have a good time. The mystery portals have been all right recently. They haven't been bad. but they've been, you know, like in the middle for the most part. I think they've even confirmed what the mystery portals will be. Like if you go into the mailbox, you should be able to see it yourself. Maybe I'll show that off at the end of the video and you can sort of skip it if you don't want to be spoiled. And like I said, I will make a video. No matter what, I'll still be making a video on August 1st going over the events calendar, talking about all the stuff going on. But yeah, you can see for yourself, you get a little early sneak peek of my thoughts on everything at the end of the video or something. Okay, so let's try to get you. I keep beating up on this pea shooter. It makes me feel super bad, but he just happens to be there and I'm just trying to get vanquished, yo. It's not anything about you. So let's try to, I see a lot of plants here and I'm gonna miss all of them. Ooh, but if I can help bring the pain to these guys, that'd be good. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to hop in now. Ready, set, boom! Nice, I did get a kick on a couple of them. There's a chomper over here, and somebody got him. Okay, that's good. Oh geez, there's a lot of action happening. So it's the same pea shooter. I feel so awful, but he's just right there. Come on, come on, come on, get the torchwood. Get the torchwood. And I know that the community challenge is actually really interesting. I think that's probably the most exciting thing in August is the new community challenge. I'm excited for that, it looks cool. Oh boy. August is coming up though. Not tomorrow, but the day after is August 1st. Lots of cool stuff in August, Garden Warfare or not. You know, like, I know the events are, like I said, average, which usually average is still pretty exciting for Garden Warfare. Oh, I'm getting revived, that's good. Beyond that, there's some awesome games coming out. The new Mario and Rabbids games comes out later in August. I'm definitely playing that. I've been playing a lot of Nintendo Switch games and they're all super duper fun. I still wish that hopefully one day we see a PvZ game on the Nintendo Switch, even if it isn't Garden Warfare. Oh, I thought you were maybe something else besides a weed attacking me, but you still got me, so hey, I guess better to you than the chomper. The chomper was coming for me. But I would still really like to see a PvZ game on a Nintendo Switch. I would be so hyped if they ported PvZ 2 to the Switch and Heroes. Both of those would be so good on the Switch because they're already mobile devices, so it would just make sense because PvZ 2 and Heroes are both mobile games. And that would just, oh, that would be so good. I'm getting excited thinking about that. I mean, Garden Warfare would be great on Switch as well, but it would just sort of be a weird addition with how late in this game's life cycle we're in. You know, that has been the topic of the entire episode. You are stuck. Sorry. Hopefully I got you unstuck. Wait, uh-oh. I don't know why I keep getting stuck myself. Here, get you, since you're actually swallowing right now. Oh geez, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Oh, come on, there was another one? There was more than one, there's so many choppers today. Wow, wait. So it looks like they're struggling to get this point where you've been holding up an awesome defense. I'm not gonna get top vanquisher at this rate though, which I don't like, because I think we got a top vanquisher quest right now. So if I could turn that around really quickly, I would appreciate it. So let's get you, since you're just sort of sitting there, if I can. Or not, you're backing up. Here, spin, 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 spin. Take care of anybody I can, like this chomper over here. Oh, I'm not gonna get top vanquisher. I think this person, whoever was at top, beat me. Congratulations to you then. I'm proud of you, even if, you know, it isn't me. Okay, so we have some coins. We won't be able to buy everything in Rux's Bazaar, and that's sort of another complaint I wanted to make. Am I the only one who feels like some of these items are massively overpriced? I know that the only other way to get these things is to play Infinity Time, but I buy these because I don't want to play Infinity Time anymore. I've gotten my fill on that. I've played like 100 games of Infinity Time. I got all the party characters. I don't want to play Infinity Time anymore, but I don't think I should have to pay 150,000 for a rainbow wig or this. What is it? It's a blinder. It's like, I can understand, like, I would totally be okay if this was 75 or 100,000, but 150 is just like, oh man, that is expensive. I definitely wanna get all the classic items. I feel like the classic items are more worth the 50,000 than these items are. I know, but we'll buy as much as we can. You can't buy this, okay. I think I just pressed X twice there. I know, I didn't mean to do that. I can't buy anything more. So I'll try to earn up 300,000 coins for these 2 items I'll never wear. But hey, completion is completion, right? Okay, so I think that's about it. I said I'll check out the mailbox and see what's coming up in August. I know most of it, but maybe you'll learn some of it too. But yeah, this is a cool legendary hat. I do enjoy it, and feel free to let me know your thoughts on everything that's going on with Rux, with PvZ Garden Warfare 2 in general. What are your expectations for the future? I would love to hear. But as you can see, there's a number of different things going on. Cats versus Dinos to start the month off. Then of course we have this week's Super Mixed Mode, and then we have a very cool community challenge, Jump in the Ring, and in our knockout super mix mode. Ooh, actually we don't know what that next super mix mode is. A knockout super mix mode. Going to assume it's probably gonna be like Super Brainz versus something, maybe like versus Chomper I don't know. End it with an eerie bang in the Spooky Squash boss hunt. That'll be nice. I'll give Spooky Squash another try. Hopefully finally be able to get all the Spooky Squash items. It's just such a difficult boss fight. We'll have to see. But for now, I think that's gonna finish it off. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. If you watch this part of the video, make sure you comment Zebra Bean so I know you've watched in the video and you are a Zebratastic viewer. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, feel free to click on any of the videos on your screen right now or subscribe to join the Zebra Herd. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.